Hello and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. Today we have some guests. I'm sorry, I got my 1,000,000 subscriber plaque today and I'm really excited about it, so I put it there. But today we are building a house in The Sims 4. We got a bunch of new furniture in the Sims update like 2 weeks ago, and so I decided now is a good time for us to build something with it. There's like a new table set, a new dresser, stuff like that, so I wanted to use this chance to build with it. So here we are. I started on an empty lot in Newcrest, as always. I mean, you know how it goes. 30 by 20 lot, and I was trying to build something a little bit Craftsman inspired. I wanted it to be kind of small, but not like too small. I think it ends up being a 3-bedroom house. There's like a deceptively large second floor. I like to build houses like this where there's kind of like a hidden second floor and the roof is sort of covering it. I think a lot of times this happens in real life, so I was trying to build that sort of thing. And honestly, it turns out being pretty big. It's got a decent sized kitchen and living room as well. I had a lot of fun using the new stuff. Obviously, the update came out a while ago now, but this was the first build that I actually did with it. I made this house like a couple weeks ago. So this was the actual first time that I had built with the new things. I will link a video I made on that update down below. If you missed it, they had a massive update where they added a bunch of CC, like actual content made by CC creators, into the official game. And so we have like a table from Hey Harry, there's a bunch of makeup, and there's some clothes, and there's all kinds of things in the update, including a couple build items. So that was the goal of this house, was to use those couple build items. I actually built this house on stream. I do a lot of my speed builds first on stream. You can kind of tell if I stream something first depending on how the video is filmed. Like this, I mean, I built the house on stream and now I'm speeding up the footage of it and then talking over it on camera, versus like a live build maybe that I do where I'm talking through it and it's kind of cut up. Those I usually just film for YouTube. But most of my speed builds I stream first. If you want to come to my Twitch channel, I stream every day except for Sundays. So not today, but tomorrow. I stream almost every day on Twitch, 6 days a week. We play a lot of Sims. I do a lot of builds. I've been playing a Rags to Riches challenge again recently, but I've been trying to have my Sims steal everything to earn money, which is really fun. I've done it before. I did this in my 100 Baby challenge on YouTube a few years ago, where like one of the generations, my Sim could only make money by stealing things. And it's really fun because in the beginning, it's kind of hard to make money by stealing because you need to have a high mischief skill. So early on, you can only steal like really small things, like a couple, like, I don't know, like a decoration on the table or like a lamp. And then as you get a higher mischief skill, you can steal like expensive paintings and TVs and computers. And some of those things sell for so much money. So you go from having things that are worth like 20 simoleons, like a poster, to having like a 10,000 simoleon computer that you stole from the Goth family, and then all of a sudden you're rich. Or like a knight statue, I mean, all that kind of stuff. Actually, the Goth family does not have a computer. They do have a knight statue. The Landgrabs have a 10,000 simoleon computer, and the Spencer Kim Lewis family has 2 10,000 simoleon computers. So don't say I didn't warn you. If you wish to steal things from Sims for money, the Kleptomaniac trait, it works very well, and you can just go to rich people's houses and take their stuff. I'm not saying I encourage it, but I'm saying that you should do it. I encourage it. Stealing is fun in The Sims. You have to be careful though. There's not really major consequences if your Sim gets caught stealing with that trait. Obviously they lose relationship with the Sim, so like if Nancy Landgrab catches you trying to steal her computer, she'll get mad at you and then kick you out of her house, and then you can't come back for a while, and then your Sim gets a moodlet, like an embarrassed moodlet that lasts like 8 hours or something, and you can't steal anything again until the moodlet goes away. And it kind of depends how long the moodlet lasts based on how expensive the thing you were trying to steal was. Same thing if you successfully steal something, you can't steal again until the like happy moodlet goes away, which makes sense because otherwise you could just walk in and like take everything constantly. But it's okay. It's very easy to make a lot of money very quickly. I like the Kleptomaniac trait. In The Sims 3 is a little bit different. Like that trait, you would tell your Sims to steal something and they would just take something from around them, which honestly I kind of like a little bit better possibly because it's a little bit more, I don't know, random and kind of exciting. When you can pick what they steal, you can really successfully make a lot of money very fast. Like it's almost too easy. Once you get your skill up and you can just steal like 10,000 simoleons worth of stuff every single day, like you're pretty much just set. Anyway, back to the house for a second. You will notice that I really struggled with the color scheme on this house. I did a lot of back and forth trying to figure out what I wanted the color scheme to look like because I wanted to use those brick-based columns, and I wanted to have a brick path, and I wanted to have a brick foundation. Sounds good, right? Like it's a cute concept. Well, none of the brick swatches match. They're all different colors. Like the brick on the columns is a little bit more red, the foundation brick is darker, the path brick's a different color. They're all different, and you can't can't match them. And really the main issue is the foundation brick. For whatever reason, we just don't have that many foundation swatches that match the wallpapers that we have. They really haven't added too many more foundation swatches like since the base game came out. There's a couple pack ones, but we really need more foundation swatches that like actually match the pack items that we have. And even just the base game items. Like we don't have a regular like plain light gray brick foundation. There's one that has like a weird border on it that I like with the triangles that I never use. And there's like a black brick foundation, but the light gray brick, no foundation. Why? I need like base game swatches added. You know when they added all of those platform colorings? Why don't we have all the platform options as foundations? Because we have all the foundations as platform options, but we don't have all the platform options as foundations. I don't know. Moral of the story is I would very much like to have some more foundation options. It's not like high on my priority list, but it would be nice. I've found myself using a lot of times no foundation. I have this little trick. I didn't do it in this build, but I do this thing where instead of putting the whole house on a foundation, I put medium wall height. And then I put it up like 2 or 3 platform heights, and I make like a pretend foundation with platforms, and I put the whole house on like 3 platform high. It's really annoying to furnish the house because the platforms are kind of glitchy. And then obviously you have a ton more control of the platforms because you can change the colors more with like half walls or with the platform coloring. Just in general, it's better. It's just really finicky trying to use them because they're so glitchy. The platforms are so weird. Like there's this weird glitch where when you have platforms in the whole house. So when I do this, obviously the entire house has to be on a 2-high platform. When you draw a wall inside, like on top of the platform, it raises all the platforms up and makes them even taller. So it keeps like deleting windows and deleting furniture, and it's so annoying. I know the platforms are still kind of new, but like I would very much like to have that fixed. I find myself having the hardest time using platforms because of that, because there's just so many like weird finicky things you have to work around. It's kind of like with roofing, how to avoid the roof clipping, you have to do so many weird little things to make it not clip. Same thing with platforms, although honestly maybe a little bit worse. Because the platforms, like when they break like that and raise up automatically, it deletes your furniture. Like if you've placed a dining set and a rug and stuff, and then you close the wall in, it deletes the dining set and rug. And that is infuriating. I did have one other piece of news though. Obviously the plaque is very exciting, but more exciting, there's this person on Twitter that I follow called Cottony Socks. I'll link them down below. And they make little clay cow plants. And I've been following them for a long time. I've seen these things a million times. I've tried to buy this little cow plant model like 4 times because they always go out of stock so fast. As soon as she posts them, they're just gone, like sold out. So I'll be there ready at 10 a.m. like as soon as they're up and I'm refreshing, like ready to buy, and I still miss it. But today I got one. Finally. So you have no idea how excited I am about this. I wanted one so bad, like the last restock didn't get one. The one before that didn't get one. But this time I got one. So I'll link their page down below. They make the cutest things. Obviously they're handmade, so they go out of stock fast because there's not a ton of them. It's not like mass produced or anything. But I'm so excited about this. I've been wanting one of these things so bad for so long. So anyway, this made my day. This is really big news. You know how I feel about cow plants in The Sims. Like I am obsessed with cow plants in The Sims, and somewhat recently, I don't know if you knew this, I've realized that a lot of people might not know this because I still get tweets about it that are like so surprised, but they made this thing where when you name cow plants in The Sims, their name defaults to my name. So when you like grow a cow plant in The Sims 4 and you click name, it'll default to Little Simsie, like Little Simsie spelled with a Z. Very cute. Kind of like when you buy one of the stuffed animals and it defaults to Blarfy. You can change it, but the first name it gives you is Blarfy. With the cow plants, the first name it gives you is Little Simsie. And this is because for a long time, I like campaigned as a joke for the ability to name cow plants. I was like, you can name bikes, you can name bears, you can name everything, but you can't name cow plants. And so I just used to joke about it a lot. And then they finally added the ability to do it kind of as a joke. And they made it default to my name. So that was like the best day of my life. I'm not kidding, the best day of my life. You know I love cow plants, and now I'm immortalized as a cow plant. So moral of the story is, I was very excited about buying this little tiny cow plant thing. Like I'm really looking forward to this. I've also, just in general, had the most like busy, kind of stressful, but exciting couple of weeks. I think I mentioned like a couple weeks ago that I had to record this thing that made me very nervous. So here's what happened. I can announce now because it's over. But I got this email like a month or 2 ago from Nickelodeon, and they were like, hey Kayla, we want want to do this like sponsor before the Kids' Choice Awards, which were yesterday for when you're watching this. They wanted to do an Animal Crossing orange carpet, like an orange carpet, you know, kind of like a red carpet before an event, but in Animal Crossing. And they wanted me to host it. So it wasn't live, it was pre-recorded. So I had to like have a bunch of calls with them, and then I got into a call to like record this orange carpet segment in Animal Crossing, and I was really excited about it, but I was also very nervous because I don't have any experience like hosting at all. Like that, I play Sims. Like I don't do that. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. But I did know there was going to be a lot of people in the call. So picture me. I got my game open. I'm recording myself just like a regular video, except I am also at the same time in a Zoom call with like 10 people because there was like the person who's in charge, and there's like a guy who was filming like a bunch of Animal Crossing B-roll who was like also on the island filming things, and there was like a bunch of people who work for Nickelodeon that were in there like dressed up as Nickelodeon characters walking down the orange carpet. So there was like 10 people listening to me trying to record this thing, and I was really nervous about it because obviously I usually sit here in my room by myself recording. No one even in the house, you know, like I'm not used to people being able to hear me try to record. So that like was nerve-wracking and kind of took an adjustment to do because I don't know how to do that. But I think it went really well. They had the live stream on Friday, which for me will happen in a few hours, but for you happened a couple days ago. But it was Nickelodeon. Like how cool is that Nickelodeon sponsored me? And for the Kids' Choice Awards, like I had a sponsored stream on Thursday where I would like just talked about it and played Animal Crossing, which is super cool. I did my first ever sponsored Instagram story, which I have never done. I've done a couple sponsored streams and like one sponsored video ever. Like I've not really done a ton of sponsors, but the fact that like Nickelodeon reached out and wanted to sponsor me is just like the coolest thing in the entire world. So anyway, I've been very excited about this and like kind of nervous and stressed about this thing because I didn't really know what to expect or what to do because I have no experience in this field. But now I am a professional host of a pretend red carpet in Animal Crossing. It sounds kind of weird, but it was actually really cute. Like they had decorated the island all like a fancy orange carpet thing, and they had like a bunch of custom designs in Animal Crossing, and they had people, like their characters in the game, like dressed up as Patrick and like Garfield and a bunch of Nickelodeon characters, and they like walked the red carpet, you know, and they had like a scavenger hunt on the island just like as a cute thing to like promote the Kids' Choice Awards. It was a really fun idea, and it wasn't hard by any means. I just was nervous because I have absolutely no experience with that. But, you know, I've been really excited because Nickelodeon of all people. Anyway, it's been a cool week. It's been a cool couple of weeks. I've just been really excited about all of it, so I'm glad that I can finally share it with you. But anyway, back to the house. I tried really hard to do more interesting bedrooms than I usually do because I know that I have a habit of doing the same rooms every time when I decorate for kids' rooms in The Sims. So I tried really hard to branch out. This one is like a teens room that I was trying to make. It's pink and gray. It's got like the new dresser they added, and it has like a little pink and gray color scheme. I used fairy lights. I used a bed from City Living that I love that I never even use. I don't know why I don't use that bed very often because it looks really good in there. And then the kids' room I tried to make more blue and sporty, which is also just different. I used like different furniture. Like I never used that City Living dresser thing, you know. So I was just trying to pick some slightly different options because I know I have a tendency to just pick like the default base game kids room set. A lot of times that's a budget issue because those like the base game kids stuff, like that green bed and like the green dresser, all that like kid furniture set is really cheap. So when I'm trying to make cheap houses, like obviously you kind of end up defaulting to the cheap furniture, the cheapest furniture, because you can actually fit it. Because in my mind, I'd rather have like 4 pieces of cheap furniture in a room than like just a bed and a nightstand that you could afford otherwise, you know? So I try to prioritize having as many things as possible, but this house isn't like on a budget at all, so I put a lot of things. I will admit that I don't think the parents' bedroom is that exciting. For some reason, I just don't know how to make like nice master bedrooms. I like give up or something. I'm like trying to make them look really generic and like tranquil, and I don't want to put a ton of clutter in them. I think because in my mind, like my dream bedroom has no clutter. It's like just a beautiful, peaceful, relaxing like bed, and you know, like I don't want a lot of stuff in there. My office, however, I want a lot of stuff in. But I don't really want my bedroom to have a ton of clutter. I want it to be more like relaxing and peaceful. So I like don't put a lot of decorations in my parents' rooms, but that doesn't make any sense. Like it doesn't have to be empty and like boring and bland to be relaxing. So I don't know. Basically, I've got kids' rooms down. I just need to work on parents' rooms decorating. But that is the whole house. I'm gonna jump into the game and show you a tour. It's called the Craftsman family home on the gallery. It costs 73,000 simoleons. It's a 30 by 20 lot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's got quite a few packs. I apologize. Most of these things aren't a 10 items. Like it's just the one plant from Dine Out and stuff like that. So if you don't have them, it's not the end of the world. And this is the finished product. I absolutely adore this house. I'm gonna be honest, this is one of my favorite builds that I've done in a long time. I want to live here. Like if I were to pick a dream house, I think right now, this style of house is my absolute dream. I just think it's so pretty. I love the porch. The little brick pathway is so cute. The backyard is amazing. It's got this big patio and pool, and it's a really nice space. The picket fence even. I dream of living in a home like this. When you walk in the front door, it goes straight into the living room. I used the Paranormal Stuff Pack, which for some reason I can't stop using, but it's so good. So it's a very cozy, like small living room. It has a little bench for your stuff, you know. There's a half bathroom downstairs with just a toilet and a sink. I tried to use different tile as well. I never used that tile. See? I'm branching out. And then you come into the dining room and kitchen. This is that new dining set I was talking about, which looks so good in here. And then the kitchen is smaller. I use the Parenthood stuff because I always do. It's just the nicest kitchen set. Even has a dishwasher, which I never put, so count your blessings. It really is just a nice sized house. Like the downstairs is a really, really good size. And the kitchen is just nice. I don't know. I like this house. I want to live in this house. Can you tell? Upstairs, there's a little hallway with a little desk. I picture the kids could like do their homework there or something. I don't know. I was just trying to make use of the hallway. There's one more bathroom, a bit smaller. There's no tub. It's just a shower. So it's just like 1.5 bathrooms. It's not a very big house. Parents' bedroom. This is that kids' room I was talking about with the pink stuff. I loved using the new items. Like I used the new table as a desk, and I also used the new mirror. I like this little pink setup in here. It's really cute. And then this is the other kids' room. I like that the rooms aren't massive. I much prefer houses that are about this size in The Sims. They're just cozier. I don't like building like massive 3-story sprawling homes in The Sims because I don't like to play in them. I feel like you lose your Sims that way. Like where even are they in my massive 50-bedroom house? At least in this house, you're not gonna lose anybody. Where could they have gone? There's not many places for them to roam to. But that is the whole house. I like it so much. I know I built it, so I shouldn't be, you know, talking about it like this, but I just think it's really nice. I think it's really, really cute. If you want it, it's on the gallery. And on that note, I will go. Make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram. I posted on Instagram today. I don't usually do that. I'm trying harder. I'm gonna post more. I don't know how to take pictures of myself, but I'm gonna work on it. And on that note, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I am sitting on so many speed builds that I haven't posted yet. I have like 4. I just build so much, and there's not enough like days of the week to post them all.